Hi everyone, welcome to J and Unique Designs. This is Joseph. I am back with you tonight to create some fun projects using some old techniques that I'm trying to revive. And I'm going to try it on paper today and see how this works out. A few months ago, I created the front cover of my planner doing this. And I really like the way this turned out for the front of my little square TN here. There's a lot of different things I've been working on my square TN, but this in particular, I'm going to change the camera around so you can take a look at it. I love the way that turned out. So let me turn the camera around and we can take a look again. I just love the details. You can see how 3D that looks. Love the details. And I'm going to take this detail of that and I'm going to use and turn it into a card background. So today I wanted to take Florals 23 and revive some old techniques, revive some glitter on it, revive some projects, do some things I haven't done in a while. So I took, first off, I took a 5x7 sheet of paper here, and I put down Elizabeth Craft Designs double-sided adhesive. The reason why I put it down in this section is this is where I'm going to put my design using the gold gilding flakes. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the stencil. This is Elizabeth Craft Design stencil. And I am going to go ahead and peel. What I'm going to do is I'm going to place a release sheet underneath here. And then take my Versamark. And I'm going to stamp right down the middle. I know for a fact I don't need very much space. But I'm just going to do one line. As you can see. By placing it on one line like this, down the middle of the stencil, I know exactly what spot I want my the florals to be at. So let's see if that works. I'm pretty sure it will, because it worked on the planner, so why wouldn't it work here? Take my release sheet off of here. I'm going to place my piece of paper there, and I'm going to line this up. I'm going to look and see where the glue is, and I'm going to line this up, just like that. Then I'll take my paper, I'll press it down just a tad bit here. I think that will do it. I'm going to take my gilding flakes. This is Cosmetic Shimmer Gilding Flakes. It has a mixture of different colors on there. It's not one particular. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to rub it on here all over the place to make sure that my gilding flakes kind of get adhered to the tape in all the areas. That's what I want. So, let's see here. How do I do this? Make sure I have more tape here. I want to make sure all the spots are covered. And so, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. I'm going to use all of my pieces. I don't want to waste anything because I don't know about you, gilding flakes does last a while, but when you use it as much as I do, it doesn't last very long. So, I just want to make sure that this is a little bit more. Make sure that I have all of my spots all like this. Just as so. I think I have all of my spots gilded. I'm pretty sure at this point it's all gilded. Because what I'm going to do then is I'm going to take the remainder of the gilding flakes and I'm going to put it right back into its jar. Because as I told you earlier, I don't like to waste any of this gilding flake. I want to use and save every bit and piece I can. Gilding flakes are so much fun, except for they are very messy. So make sure that you don't sneeze while you're playing with gilding flakes, because if you do, well, you're kind of in trouble. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to carefully now put this release sheet off to the side here. We may use it for another thing later. And I'm going to carefully go in and I'm going to try to peel off that double-sided adhesive from my stencil. If you're not careful, what can happen is you can tear and break that stencil. So, I already did some of that. What I need to do is I'm going to take my brush here. This is just a scraping brush, and I'm going to pull. Let me pull my trash can. You're not going to be able to see my trash can, but off to the side, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to brush the top of it so I can get the remainder of whatever gilding flakes off of there, off of the stencil before I peel it off, so it looks like it's at least smooth and flat. So, let's do that again. Let's try to peel this off one more time. Looks like it may work without breaking too much of my stencil. Voila! It didn't break. I didn't have any pieces break on there. Very happy with that. I'm going to take my glitter tray, which I use for a lot of different things. My glitter tray here with the my stencil, with my coffee filter. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Elizabeth Craft Designs Cool Diamond glitter, and I'm going to dump it right on top of here first. And then so the one thing about the Elizabeth Craft Designs white glitter is that you don't want to have contaminations. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and I'm going to pick out some of these flakes pieces that I saw got dumped right into the middle of the glitter. What I'm going to do then is I'm going to go here and pour all of my glitter, my white glitter, back into its jar. Close my white glitter. So the white glitter is number 642 from Elizabeth Craft Designs. If you haven't known that, I've been known as Glitter King, whatever you may call it in some places, one place or another. I'm going to take these brushes from Elizabeth Craft Designs, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to brush off the white. I'm not going to varnish the diamond, because what happens is that when you varnish the diamonds, especially with gilding flakes, the colors mix and the diamond remains, it doesn't become white anymore. It's no longer white. And I don't like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use a brush and I'm just going to brush off the excess here. And that looks phenomenal. I like the way that turned out. That's going to be my background for my card. Look how cool that is. And let me see if I can zoom the camera in and then you can see it. Let's see here. I think that's a zoom right there. We'll zoom back out. I like zooming back out. There we go. I'll move it up to you. See the gilding flakes? See the mixture of glitter? That's going to be my background. And then the other thing that I'm going to do is while I set this aside for later, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull my glitter tray. And remember what I told you about previous videos about doing florals with glitter. What I did was I took double-sided, I used soft finish cardstock. I put double-sided adhesive on the one side, and then I put the dies on the release sheet side. Again, I put the dies on the release sheet side. So the release sheet facing up, the dies facing down. What happens is when you do it like that, you can die cut flowers that have double-sided adhesive on one side. What I'm going to do is I'm going to peel off the release sheet, just like that. And I'm going to use Regal Green number 630 for this one petal. Just going to dump it right on top. And then what I'll do is I'll do that. And I'm going to varnish the green. You see, by varnishing the green, the color changes. You can see how it gets shiny on one side, and you see if you look here, you can see when after I varnish it, the colors change. That's what happens when you varnish the color, the glitter into the glue. I had already done some of my prep, as you saw on the screen earlier, with colors. So just to save some time while I'm working on some other projects here, and I wanted to relive this glitter technique. Els does a lot of glitter work, and so this is my opportunity to bring glitter back to life. I haven't done glitter in a very long time, so it's been a while, and I wanted to show you how I do my glitter floral techniques. So that's Regal Green. That's number 630. I'm going to use for my centers of the same floral, I'm going to use number 665 Moonbeam. And then for my leaves, I'm going to use soft green number 631. That's what I'm going to do. So those are all going to be listed down below. If you've wanted to support me over the years, over my videos, please shop from the links down below. Those items are going to be listed in the links down below because as you shop there, it just helps me with creating more videos for you. It does support me in my crafting desires and stuff. So buying new tools and playing with new stuff for you. So I am asking you to please. It doesn't cost you anything different. It doesn't charge you anything. It doesn't do anything to you differently. But if you do use the links down below, it does support me in my crafting journey with you. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to shape these florals. You can use a ball stylus, you can use the golf tool, you can use whatever tool you want, you can use your hands. I like the simple teaspoon. This is the simple teaspoon. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm just going to pull it. As you can see how well it works when I pull it from the edge in. Just like this. Just like that. See? Pull from the edge in. And then same thing here. Pull from the edge in. Like that. Like that. And like that. And I'm going to use a ball stylus at this point to press down in the middle because I want that to have a little bit of shape down the middle. And I know my florals are going to be coming together here shortly. I'm going to press down the middle on this one to give it some dimension. Just like that. I do the same, and so the medium petals, I use the cool diamond on it. So I'm gonna do the same thing here. See how the spoon kind of shapes the paper in a very unique way? See? Just like that. And then I'm gonna use the ball stylus, press down right in the middle. Right? Take the ball stylus again. And press down again. I'm going to take more of my spoon so I can roll all of my pieces. Yes. Do this. Do that. Press down on the middle here. Press down on the middle here. And then I'm going to use some centers from Dress My Craft that Karen Gerber had used. If you've never used these stamens before, they are pretty neat. They look really beautiful. But I have a hard time using sticking them through my flowers. So what I did was I have a needle here. This is just a threading needle that helps you thread actual for threading projects and stuff. And what I did was I went ahead and I just I'm using it as part of my floral collection, because what I end up doing is I put my stamen through here, down in the middle, and then I'll fold it in half. When I fold it in half, it's right there on this needle. I don't know if you can see that. They say it's just a little needle, and it just sticks right there. So, and then what I do is I'll thread it through my florals. You know, I've already poked holes through these, so that's why I've used my golf poking tool to get the thing through here, just like that. And then I'll take my hot glue gun, and I'm gonna thread it through some more. Like this, like that. See, look how cool that looks. See how that floral looks already. I'm gonna go ahead and take this second one. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna place a little bit of glue down by the bottom here of each base, and then pull this down like such. But what you want to do is you want to kind of do it off center. See how I did it off center, so that you have a little bit more wiggle room. And again, put a little bit of glue, a dab of glue, just like that. And then I'm going to put my largest one. Before I pull it all the way up, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that my florals are turned the correct way. So I'm going to pull it this way, pull it that way, like that. Now I have a very unique floral. And I'm going to bring it up to the camera so you can see it. See the stamen with the saffron, and then the Dress My Craft pollen on the middle. It's very unique. See how cool that looks? And all I do is to release this is I just cut the bottom off, just like that. And then the thread, whatever's left, I just pull it through the needle. There we go. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put my 3 pollens through. This. And then I'm going to fold this in half. I'm going to take this and put it through my floral. And then I'm going to do is put a dab of glue. Take my smallest piece here, pull it up. Dab of glue. And then I'm going to do this, same thing. Sorry, I'm just focusing, and I didn't realize that I was just being too silent. Oh yeah, there we go. Look at that. Now I have a floral that has some detail to it, and is as simple as just using glitter. So see, I just cut off those pieces, and these become free. I have some things I wanted to do with these, and some other things I'm waiting to try. One of those things that I'm waiting to try is I'm going to put this card together um, just by itself on this piece of paper, and we'll take a look. So I already created 3 of these florals, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to put them together like that, and then kind of put some leaves around there. Um, you know how simple these florals can be. Elizabeth Craft Designs has definitely outdone itself by creating these fantastic fantasy flowers, because you can make them fantasy or you can make them realistic. So what I'm doing is I'm just cutting these excess stamens off here so I can do this. And then I'm going to take here and I'm going to put this here. Just like that. Cut a little bit more of that stamen off. Put some more hot glue right in here. Just like that. And then with the glitter leaves, what I did was I don't need a tool for this. What I do is I fold it in half and then I use my fingers and I twist, I bend the edge, you see? And very simple, and you already have your leaves for your projects. See what I've done here? And they're shaped. Very simple, very easy. You can use ball stylus if you like, but remember, these leaves, there's so many different techniques on how to build florals. And so I'm doing it this way. Doesn't mean you have to follow it. I just wanted to share with you an option. So I'm going to put some leaves in here. I'll put some leaves in here. It may look a little bit busy on camera, but actually it looks pretty cool in person. So that's what I'm doing, is I'm going to share with you what I'm doing here. Place that together like that. Let me zoom in just a tad bit. See that better? There we go. And then I may take some of these here, and what I'm going to do is I may run a little bit of this down, just like that. Let's see, I may do that. We'll see. I may run this through here, just like that. Yeah, that looks nice. And then I'll take the other branch here, and I may run it the other way. Just like that. Just the reason why I'm doing this is because I want to mute this this glitter up here. There's too much glitter in there. So what I'm doing is I'm just putting a little bit of glue right on the stem here, and here, and here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to press it down like this. Let it stick for a little while. Let it cure. And then I'll go back and I will work on my florals. The leaves. Say I want that stuck like that. Like that. Just exactly like that. And then I'll take my pair of scissors here. Cut that off. Cut that off. See? Just like that. And then what I'm going to do is I will go ahead and add my other additional things that I like to put in florals. These stamens here. You can make buds. Buds are very appropriate for this. I just happen to have these that are available. And I like to just stick these in there just to give a little bit more dimension. And I use hot glue gun for this because I want it to stick very well. So I'm going to stick that there. I might, just to see what it looks like first. With these, I always lay them in just to see what they look like first. If it looks good, great. If it doesn't, then I move it. I would like to put that there, maybe. Yeah. So. Maybe I'll move this here. There we go. Might do that. That looks good. That gives it a little bit more just 3D dimension. And you can buy these anywhere. They are not. I don't remember the person who gave these to me. I don't think ever told me where they came from. But I got a ton of it just sitting around the house. So I want to use it. I want to use it all. So, and I mean, if you like it, message me, and I'll be more than happy to send you some. You know, you'll pay for shipping, and I'll be more than happy to send you some for your own art room. Look at that project. It's almost there. It looks done. Looks very good. What I'm going to do then is I'm going to leave it the way it is, and then I'm going to take a sentiment from, let's see here. I don't know why that's just stuck there. Let me take a piece from the bonbon box. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the tag that's from the bonbon box here, and let me see about die cutting a piece from that bonbon box. I'm going to pull out my little sidekick cutter here, place that right on there, and then I'm going to go ahead and cut it. Nothing fancy, but what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to put my tags from the bonbon box on here. So what I want to do is I want to take that piece and save that, throw away these two pieces. Let's see, I'm going to take some Distress Oxide Brown here. I'm going to just press that down just a tad bit, give it some color. That doesn't work. Noted. Noted. Actually, it does work if you go around the edge. There we go. I have that piece now. And then I'll put this back in the bonbon box. That's the tag from the new release bonbon box. I'm going to take a piece of, I'm going to take that ring and I'm going to place a little bit of the glue right on there. Place it right around here. Clean off that glue piece just to make sure that it's nice and set. Just like that. And of course, what I did was I got it stuck all over the place. Not a problem. And then the The stamp set from Elizabeth Craft Designs for this floral release is also here. And what I'm going to do is I'm taking it out of its packaging for the first time. I have not done that yet. So I'm going to place that in there. And I'm going to use this one stamp here. Many thanks. I am extremely, very grateful to all of you who have subscribed and have followed me on my journey here of crafting. And so this is my way of saying to you, thank you very much. And I look forward to crafting with you more as long as you continue to support me. I have plenty more things that I want to try. I'm taking up some new projects. Summer is here. School's almost over. I'm taking on some woodworking projects now. I want to turn my own pens. I've fallen in love with just pens. I've had several pens that I've had in my career, in my lifetime, that I've grown fond of, and there's several more that I have been in wanting to do, and to the point where I kind of want to make my own pens. That's where we're at. Take this, brush this up just a bit, just around the edges. Give my tag a little bit of detail by doing it this way. Oops, sorry, I didn't realize that you can't see. There we go. Just brushing some color onto my tag there. Many thanks to you, my viewers and my followers. Let me take, listen, you see, this glass mat is phenomenal. And if nothing comes out, you just use a little bit of alcohol and water mix, and the mat is spotless clean again. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick this coming right out of here. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that. And let me take some twine. I have some red baker's twine here. Just take some baker's twine. And what I want to do is I want to put some twine in there just to make it look like it is a tag. All I'm doing is I'm just doing a fish hook kind of deal. That right through there. And then I'm going to place this right up here, like that. And then I'll take some piece of foam tape here. This is my hexagon foam tape from BoQ Creations. I got that from BoQ Creations. Joyce. So, and Joyce is a designing team member from Elizabeth Craft Designs. So, check out her channel too. Place that on there. Place that there. Doesn't that look cool? I like the way this turned out. A lot. I really do. And then I'm going to take some dots here. I just have a lot of these dots, these gems in different colors. And what I want to do is I'm just going to put a couple down on here. Let's do one there, and maybe one here. Probably put my turquoise up top there with a brown. And then I'll put a pearl down here. Oh, another one there. another one there. I think that will do it. Put this aside, put this away. I think that will do it. So this is going to go on a card. And look at that shimmer. You can see that closer. Look at that shimmer. That glitter shimmer on my background. That is the completion of my card. So let's go ahead and turn the camera around again. And thank you so much for joining with me today. That was a fun video. I really enjoyed doing this. Look at that. A 3D. Look how cool that looks. I am so glad that you were with me. So glad that you enjoy everything that I've been a part of here. So there's that. Please like and subscribe down below. All of the links down below are for the products that I've used. Thank you again for joining me today. Have a great night, and I look forward to seeing you again in the next video. Bye-bye now.